Hey guys, happy Friday. Happy Friday night. Casi buenas tardes, casi noches. That's what I'm thinking. All right, we are coming to you live, or I'm coming to you live. Kevin's not here because he's still upset about losing the fight yesterday. If you watched yesterday's live stream, Wacky always get what she wants.
I'm here.
He's here. We just only have one chair, and I guess we're gonna be squished here. So, how are you guys tonight? It's dark where we are. And if you remember from yesterday, if you were with us yesterday, we said we were going to Houston. So, we're coming to you live from Houston.
H Town.
Mexico City yesterday, Houston today, somewhere else tomorrow. I don't even know.
Downtown Houston.
Downtown Houston tomorrow. So, if there's anyone else in Texas, hey, special howdy to you. See what I did there?
I also want to say that I'm kind of shocked how cold it is here in Houston. It's pretty cold. Like I just walked out to go get some waters, and it's like almost freezing. And it says it's 69 degrees Fahrenheit.
Is it that we just got used to warmer weather, or is it we can't handle 69-degree weather anymore? Because this feels way colder than 69 Fahrenheit.
Well, I don't know what the case is, but it like the wind hurts on my face, and that's like too much. I was like,
No. That's why we left Chicago, so that we wouldn't be somewhere where the wind hurts our face.
Kelly, I still vote por tus Escondidos. Don't even bring that up, all right? We're going to avoid all conversations about
where we're living.
Where we're living because I'm done. This is like...
But you know, you're going to get your way eventually because the long-term goal will be to ultimately settle in Puerto Escondido. But realistically speaking...
Driving me crazy. You're making me crazy.
Yeah, right. All right. That's not what we're here for today. Today, we're here to talk about where we're going, why we're leaving Mexico, and for how long. Well, in the title, it says it right there. We're going for a few months. We promise we won't keep you too long today. We're exhausted from all the moving around the past few days from San Luis Potosí. No, sorry, from Querétaro to San Luis Potosí to San Miguel de Allende, back to San Luis, to Mexico City, to Houston today, back to Mexico City on Sunday, and then a new country on Tuesday. If that sounds exhausting, it's because it is. Yet here we are with everybody on YouTube Live. Faking the energy. This is like the fake it till you make it. Honestly, right after this live stream, we're gonna go straight to bed. But we're glad you're here. So the sun went down here around 6:30 or so, I think, here in Houston. I did not know that it went down that early as well. I thought it was just Chicago that went down. In Chicago nowadays, it's going down around 4:30 or so.
So I checked today, it was 4:20.
4:20. Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna catch up to the messages to see who all are here. Dark in Durango already, but it's nice. Dark in San Luis. Hey, friends. Dark in Dallas. Hey, we're not too far from you. Did we know it's cold in Canada? No, didn't know that.
Time to move to Mexico and hit the beach.
The sun is now setting in California, but it's 2 hours behind us, right?
So it's 5 o'clock.
That's you guys still pretty early.
They're decent.
That's still pretty early.
They're still decent. 5 o'clock.
It's more than Chicago. Yeah.
Don't be a wuss, Kev.
It's not the country.
Thanks,
we're
Doug.
Gonna get colder later in the week. Oh, and hail from Chicago. Oh, it sucks. I'm sorry. Yes, Texas seems to be getting colder and colder. Hey, you know what's funny? We went from Texas, San Luis Potosí, to Texas, USA.
I don't think they get it.
There's a small community, rancho in San Luis Potosí called Texas. If anybody's heard of it, if anybody's driven by it, that's where Kevin's dad's from. That's where we were this past weekend.
So my roots are from Texas, San Luis Potosí.
From Texas to Texas, USA. Hello to Phoenix. It's 55 degrees in Phoenix. Okay, that's colder than here, actually. What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Hi, Jessica. She's in Houston. Yeah, it's cold for everybody, I think. Why are we in Houston for a day?
We're in Houston for a weekend for work.
Kevin's job is based here in Houston, so we're here for holiday party or meeting people up. So that should be nice. That's tomorrow.
Holiday festivities.
Are we going to Dubai? Oh my gosh, with all the World Cups, like festivities and seeing things on the news, like that desire to one day go to Abu Dhabi or that region, like was reawakened in me.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Is he sitting on her lap? Are you sitting on my lap?
It looks like it because the
It
way you're
does
holding
look
it.
like it, because you know, I gotta like do things the other way around once in a while. Give him the same kind of apapacho that he gives me. So yeah.
Dubai overrated. All right,
Is
let's get to
Dubai
it. Let's get.
overrated? Okay. Are we going to a country in South America? Okay, cool. I love that the guesses are already coming through. Like I said, we're not going to keep you here tonight no more than 20 minutes. Of course, we're not going to mention right away because where's the fun and giving you the answer right away. We want to start by welcoming you to Vlogmas number 3. This is our episode 3 of the Vlogmas series where we share where we're going, why, and for how long. So if you're following us throughout the Vlogsmas series, you've seen that we had good news and bad news. Good news being we've recommitted to the YouTube channel. Bad news is that we're leaving Mexico, but we hadn't told you where, and we're telling you that today.
And it's bad news because we're leaving the land of mariachi, tacos, micheladas, and so many beautiful festivals.
Sacrifice. I know we're being dramatic, but it's going to be a good, I think, exchange for at least a little while to exchange tacos, mariachi, micheladas for something different. Right? Okay. But for anyone out there who might be confused, I would be confused if I were you. Like, wait, then you just announced where you're living in Mexico and now you're leaving Mexico.
That's how it works, no?
What's going on? Okay. Well, like we talked about yesterday, our dream is to live in Puerto Escondido ultimately, but we also really like Querétaro, one of us more than the other. And so what that means is that even though Puerto Escondido might be home in the long run or in the future, and maybe one day we can have 2 homes, like, a winter home and a summer home. In the short term, Querétaro is more than likely going to be our home. But we're not in a hurry to settle down just yet. The journey and this adventure has been to explore and see where we want to end up living. But we're in no hurry to settle down in one place. We would like to continue traveling a little bit longer. And so we thought, why don't we go somewhere that we thought we might live before we decided to live in Mexico.
Ooh, that's a big clue.
Yeah, because if you were here yesterday, then you might know what one of these choices are. So let me just say that again because I said it kind of weird. We decided to spend a few months in one of the countries that we had considered living in pre-pandemic. But then when the pandemic came and changed things, like we mentioned, we decided, okay, we're going to move to Mexico because we have citizenship there and we can do it. But other countries what were the other countries we were considering living in? Remember we mentioned these yesterday? They were Spain, Brazil, Colombia. Where else?
Portugal,
Italy. I think that was it, right? Okay.
It.
So it's one of those. Definitely one of those. Okay. But the reason that we're going to this place, like we had mentioned that we have a very specific reason for going there, is to help bring the Baila back to eat Baila travel. So the reason Baila, or the Spanish word for dance, is in our channel name is because it's something that is a part of who we are. It's something we're passionate about. It's something that brings us joy and we like sharing with other people. What's up? Are you laughing because you saw something?
No, I just think you're giving too many clues.
Too many clues?
Yeah.
No, there's dancing everywhere. Are you kidding? In Brazil, there's samba. Have you seen samba dancing? It's incredible. In Spain, you have like the most sensual bachata dancing. Hello. Mm-hmm. In Colombia, you have a strong salsa scene. In Portugal, it's also, because it's part of Europe, also very big, and in bachata and salsa, it continues to grow. Italy, remember last time we were in Italy, there was a ton of reggaeton dancing, like a ton.
Kizomba.
And Kizomba, if anyone's out there is familiar with Kizomba, I know it's not as popular of a genre, but Kizomba dancing is huge in Italy, at least it has been in the last few years. So So now, now you got to guess which one of those one of those dance genres we're going to. But before we do, I just want to talk about like passions, right? And we're driven by passion, our passion for our heritage, our passion for wanting to live a happy life, a life with less stress, just going after what we want. That's kind of who we are and what we're about. But I want to covering the mic. I want to ask you all, what do you all do that makes you you? Or what is it that motivates you to do something fun and that isn't like about work? Video quality issues. All right, let me go back and catch up on messages while you all write your answers. I'd love to hear from you about what your passions are.
Well, what people are saying is that there's video quality issues going on. And they're talking smack about it being my White Sox jacket. That's why I'm laughing.
Yeah.
But no, believe it or not, we're back in the United States and Wi-Fi sucks here.
We get a lot of questions about what the Wi-Fi quality is in Mexico. And here in Houston today, we have the worst internet signal that we've had in months.
I don't know, even just from our phone. Sometimes we just hotspot from our phone. So it's weird. It's weird. It just happens to be the places where we're at.
I think it's only slow for some people.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I see guesses. Spain. Why are we leaving Mexico? Nothing against Mexico, obviously.
No, we're just pursuing a personal interest, a hobby of ours. We want to make sure. Actually, once we tell you where we're going, we'll tell you why we're leaving Mexico. I think it would be easier for me to explain because, yeah, at least for me it is. But
okay, but don't worry, we're not going to keep you sweating much soon. Just a couple more minutes while we catch up some messages. Too cold in Georgia, also. Gosh.
Oh, I have family in Georgia, Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah, Vietnam. Oh, that'd be amazing. Kazakhstan. Ooh.
The Sandwich Islands.
What are the Sandwich Islands?
I don't know. I thought it was a joke.
No, okay, wait. Is that a real place? You guys can't do this to me. I'm a very gullible person, and I just why would anyone lie to me? Because why? So, what are the Sandwich Islands? Before you leave Mexico, can you show us what you need to get a Mexican driver's license? Actually, we don't need to be in Mexico to tell you how to get a driver's license. We
have a content for that.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is that what we can't do is
physically go to the place anymore because we don't have the appointment.
Right. What we could do is just show you our experiences because I don't know if it's the same
in every state.
Yeah.
But Kevin can definitely talk about his experience getting his driver's license.
I got mine in Puerto Escondido. And it was quite the experience.
But that will be a story
for we'll definitely
another time.
Share our experience.
For sure. Brazil, Japan, España, Brazil, Argentina to learn tango. See, there's another genre. Tango is actually one that we haven't ever really tried. We do things like salsa, bachata, cumbia, cha-cha-cha.
A little bit of swing.
A little bit of swing?
You see it.
We dabble. We watch and then we try to do what they're doing. But there's so much dance out there to learn. When my dream as a little girl was to dance folklorico, el mexicano folklorico. I'd love to do the folklorico with the big dresses, going in circles. Oh, I always wanted to do that. But I need to be in one place to be able to do that.
Yeah.
That's what it is with dancing. So where we're going, our goal is to take dance classes and either get really, really good, hopefully, or at least just improve from where we are. That'd be nice too. Somebody said they sell Dasani in Colombia. They do? I don't know.
Well, it's Coca-Cola, so.
I'm in Houston, so I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Tango started in Uruguay? I'm not sure. Okay, so let me go down and see if we got any responses to the question. Should do a Tex-Mex review while in Houston. Do we want to try some Tex-Mex food? That might be interesting.
I would love to, but we don't
have the time. No. We're leaving in a day, but that's a great idea for next time. I'm sure we'll be back. Jessica, thank you so much for your tip. Thank you. We appreciate you. Shout out to Jessica Nobles.
Thank you, Jessica.
Houston, we have a finish the sentence. Probably.
I don't know what
Jay and El Moreno also have a passion for dancing. That's awesome. People trolling in the chat. Yeah, it's all right. It happens.
It's all part of the.
It's part of the
culture.
fun. It's part of the fun.
culture.
Mexicans are some of the biggest trolling culture. If y'all didn't know, we do nicknames, jokes, like we're
Nickname based off like deficiencies that you might have,
deformities, whatever, or like quirky habits. Like they sound like bullying, and it probably is a level of bullying, but it's kind of normalized, and so people I think don't take it as seriously.
Sandwich Islands is a real place. It's a British territory in the South Atlantic. What?
Wow, thank you for that. I had no idea Sandwich Islands was a real
You learn
thing.
one new thing every day. I gotta learn about the Sandwich Islands.
Very cool. I would like to go there just to say that I went to the Sandwich Islands.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that covers Baila,
Oh,
and you can travel all
someone said going to Colombia to dance vallenato. Is
Mm.
vallenato a style of dance or just a genre of music?
It's a genre of music, but I don't know.
Maybe there is a specific dance. Also, the cumbia colombiana is different and it's bomb. I love the style. I love a lot about the Colombian dance style. Someone said it's easy to get a license in Mexico. Just pay someone. I can't deny that. So, yeah. Italian food scene is calling. Yes, it is. Europe is expensive, though. Love giving sobrenombres. Yes, nicknames and stuff. Can y'all believe with all the Mexican influence and people here in Houston, you can hardly find any pozole? It makes me cry. Yeah, unfortunately, pozole is Mexican food, and here you find Tex-Mex food. It's not the same, unfortunately. I've noticed not to have any expectations when or if I have any Mexican food. In fact, I try to avoid Mexican food in Texas because I know it's not. I know it's a whole different beast. It's Tex-Mex.
It's a whole different level. It's a whole different culture.
Yeah.
Some of it
not saying it's bad. It's just different.
Some of it is good. It's just different. But today we had our barbecue. We had a Coors Light.
Oh, we had an amazing brisket. Thank you, Houston, for the brisket.
Oh, so
all right,
good.
Are you ready? Okay, we're not gonna milk this for too long. Most of your guesses are pretty on point. Yes, we are going to South America. We are going to the salsa dancing capital of the world.
Comments? No, comments.
Okay, so yes.
Let's repeat that again.
We're going
to South America,
to the salsa capital of the world. I'm looking at the chat to see the answers come in. Where are we going?
Wait, what if I say the wrong country again? Or the wrong place?
Are we gonna do what we did last night and say a different answer?
No, we're doing this.
We're gonna do this. Okay, same country on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Colombia. We are going to Colombia. Man, it would have been really bad if we said different answers again. I wouldn't have been able to handle it.
And we're specifically going to Cali.
Oh,
Cali.
I was gonna have them guess. Cali. Pachanguero. We can't play the actual song because copyright issues, but yes, we are super excited to go to Cali. We chose Cali specifically for la salsa caleña, or Cali style salsa, which is very different from the style that we usually dance. We usually dance line style salsa. But in Cali, Colombia, it's a whole nother level. It's like salsa on steroids.
So we were there right before COVID hit. We got our trip kind of cut down a little bit because of COVID. We had to get an emergency flight back to Chicago, and we stayed with that like con esas ganas de bailar más y conocer más. And the big reason why we're going to Cali, Colombia, and yes, it is the salsa capital of the world.
Specifically Cali, the city of Cali.
And I'll tell you by experience, we've been to Cali, we've been to Cuba, we've been to
Puerto Rico,
we've been to España, and
all the places where salsa is very popular.
Between Cuba and Cali, it's
top salsa dancing in the world. Absolutely top.
Absolutely. It's at another level. Like, I'm excited to show y'all Cali because you're gonna be impressed with how much the music is influenced the town itself.
The culture in the town.
It's just like there's so much to see.
For example, the town's annual festival where they celebrate the town is in December. It is called La Feria de Cali, and it is, I think, one of the largest salsa festivals of the world. Like, it's just like there, when the town is celebrating what their identity is, it's full of salsa, or at least that's what we've heard. And we're gonna get to see it and experience it for ourselves for the very first time this year. The festival starts Christmas Day, December 25th.
Yep. So we're leaving on the 20th,
We're
and
leaving on Tuesday.
we'll be ready to. So you see these cheeks? Check them out in a month because we're gonna lose weight. Like I heard there's like over like 100 and something groups from there. There's over 75 bars that have music, and we got to see a couple of them. And the atmosphere, the food is
Why he's talking
perfect.
about losing weight is because salsa caleña is extreme cardio. It, like, when I say it's salsa on steroids, it's because it's like you take a regular video and then you speed it up 10 times. They dance crazy fast, crazy fast. They add more steps in between. It's really impressive. We took a few lessons when we went. We went to Colombia together in early March 2020. Yes, that's when the pandemic was starting, but borders were closing, and we almost got stuck there. Like, there's lockdown started while we were there, and so we loved it. We loved it very much. We knew we would come back someday, but the pandemic cut that short.
Mm-hmm. And like one thing that kind of like influenced to go to Colombia is that when we were in Puerto Escondido for 2 or 3 months, we started teaching salsa, and we felt like we hit a roof. Like
we improved. I feel like when you're teaching someone something
we
you
improved,
have
like,
some skill in, I feel like we improved our own skills while teaching.
so we're like trying to take this now to another level so that we can bring back those skill sets so that we can teach it and also be able to provide a lot of salsa dancing to our Patreon members, like to our third tier, so that we're going to provide a bunch of different stuff. And I think it's something that we want to build as a couple so that we can later use anywhere in the world. And we've missed that a lot from Mexico because not every place that you go in Mexico, you dance salsa. But there is opportunities to dance, but we've been missing a lot.
We haven't. I feel like we haven't danced since we left Puerto Escondido, and a part of that has been moving around so much. It's been like moving around so much, being that like it's hard to find where to go dancing when you're only there for a couple days. Usually it takes a little longer to figure that out.
Yeah.
That, and it's exhausting to be moving around all the time. We just don't have the energy. And so we're excited to be in one place for a few months where we will have the time, we'll be able to build in a routine, we'll have the energy, and finally bring it back into our lives, and then bring those skills back
to Mexico.
Because hopefully the goal is, like, if we build good enough skills, that we can bring those skills back and teach, whether it's opening up our own little dance academy with dance socials. It doesn't have to be a full-blown thing, but I would love to. Like, I really enjoyed giving classes because of all the people that we got to meet in Puerto Escondido, and just sharing what we love, even if it was part-time, was amazing. But I can't justify teaching if I'm not practicing and if I'm not improving my own skills. So that's what we're going to go do. And we're going to bring that back, not just to Mexico, but to ourselves, because it's been a part of me that's been missing for a long time.
So I see some questions. Are we going to be cohabitating with La Karencita? Man, they copied us.
Collaborating?
Karencita, if you're watching, you copied us. Jesus.
He's kidding. God, stop it. You're embarrassing me.
Starting drama on YouTube.
Embarrassing me.
Yeah, Dave and Karen, y'all copied us. Y'all was trying to be like us. No, I'm kidding. We're not going to be cohabitating. They're actually going to be in Manizales and we're going to be in Cali, but
I think it's a few hours away from each other. So
we'll definitely be
visiting each other. And I think there will be some opportunities for collabs.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah.
So if you have any specific suggestions or ideas for whether it be collaborations between La Karencita and us, or just what kind of Colombia content in general you'd be interested in seeing, definitely let us know in the chat or in the comments, because we'll be making notes and generating some fun ideas. We already have a few fun ideas. We'll tell you more about those during tomorrow's live stream and what to look forward to in 2023. We've got some really, really fun ideas that we want you all to hear. So definitely come back.
I definitely would I'm open to hearing what y'all want to learn about Colombia, because there's so much. It's a country like there's so much that we don't know about it. And it would be nice if y'all have some curiosities that we could also explore, because you know us, we're big nerds for history and all those cool things. So make sure to provide those suggestions below. Somebody mentioned the Green Bay overtook the Bears in most wins. Yeah, whatever, man. It's almost over. Aaron Rodgers is almost over.
Yes. Where you find lots of Afro influence, Costa, Colombia, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Brazil, you get awesome music, which means awesome dancing. Absolutely. We had a great time in Cartagena as well. We were dancing champeta. Remember, champeta was super fun. I
think for me, Cali, Colombia is special because my parents pretty much grew up in Chicago, like in the mid 70s, late 70s, when salsa was like the main thing for Latinos at that time. And groups like Grupo Nietzsche,
Orquesta
Guayacan, I can't think of them right now, but those were that was the kind of music that I listened growing up in my childhood. So when we went back to Cali and all those songs are just like normal, like you're at the mall and you're listening to,
they're playing them everywhere.
It's like, whoa, like I don't know, it's special.
It's nice.
It's a very special. I'm not Colombian, but it's a very special to be able to share that kind of culture with.
And Cali is not a touristy city. Actually, it had a bad reputation for a while.
It's one of the most. For the longest, it was the most dangerous city in the world, and it still might be dangerous.
And it's not, and it's definitely not, on anybody's safer cities in the world list. But at this point, I choose not to live in fear. We have each other. We have friends in the area who, just like in any city, can tell us which neighborhoods are solid, which neighborhoods to avoid, things like that. And cities like Morelia, cities like Michoacan, cities like Cali, cities like whatever, name any other city that has both good and not so safe parts, safe and not so safe parts. So I felt fine. We felt fine when we were in Cali. It felt very friendly, very livable. It's not a tourist destination, really. It's not as popular as Bogota, Medellin. Or Cartagena, obviously.
Santa Marta,
but that's one of the reasons I like it. Just like I think Dave and Karen mentioned why one of the reasons they like Manizales is because it's not super touristy or super popular. It's a little bit more off the grid, more local, and definitely much more affordable. Yep. So that'll be nice too as well.
So yeah, let us know what you think. B96. Oh my God.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Oh my God. WGCI. Are you from Chicago? Yo, y'all remember the birthday song on WGCI? It's your birthday.
Why did this come up?
Young.
No, I remember. I'm just wondering why this came up. Yes. Okay. So I'm looking up in the messages. I'm not seeing requests or suggestions for Colombia content. That's okay if you don't think of it right now. Tomorrow is also a good time to share those ideas. We really genuinely are interested in what you guys would like to see. But of course, we'll be generating lots of Colombia content, and we'll be telling you more about that one tomorrow. Like I said, we're not going to keep you too long today. I think that's all I have for today, unless there are any burning questions from the audience.
Besides, like starting drama at Darren Cave because they're going to Colombia too.
Karen and Dave. Yes, they just announced yesterday, Karen and Dave from La Karencita, that they are moving to Colombia for maybe a few months as well, but they'll be in Manizales. And it just, it worked out really nicely that we're gonna have friends nearby and be able to meet each other up and maybe make some cool collabs.
Or just compete.
This guy. This guy.
Saludos, y'all. This is it for us today. We won't take up more of your time. See you tomorrow morning at
11 a.m. Central Time
to close out our
Vlogmas series. We're going to talk about what it is that we're most nervous about and what we're looking forward to in 2023. We want to hear your 2023 goals as well, but we'll do that tomorrow. In the meantime, get some rest.
Se cuidan, se bañan
y nos vemos mañana.
Oh, hasta la próxima mañana.
Bye.
Ciao.